Xiao Yin was easily led into the room, only to discover that it was actually a separate space. Inside, there was nothing but a person bound in midair by iron chains, along with some retro-style tables and chairs, resembling a simple, classic wooden cabin. "Brother, hurry up and get me down." As Xiao Yin entered, the man, locked in midair by the chains, couldn't help but call out joyfully. "Wait a minute. You say you know about the 10 supreme dominance artifacts of the monster realm?" Xiao Yin slowly walked over, sensing the heavy, ancient smell from the chains. The man's identity seemed unlikely to be wrong. The difference between humans and demonic beasts was that after suffering heavy injury, demonic beasts would revert to their original forms, while humans would not. Of course, there were also mysterious beings who, after surviving the heavenly tribulation and transforming into humans, were just like ordinary humans. "Heh, if you get me down, I'll tell you," the man said, trying to act mysteriously, seemingly sensing something strange about Xiao Yin from his aura. The value of a divine artifact is so immense that even an 8-star Do Xian would be extremely covetous. "You, a mere 5-star Do Xian, how could you possibly know about it? I think you're trying to scam me, aren't you?" Xiao Yin slowly approached the man, his smile thin and mocking. "Heh, you're quite the clever little guy, but you're just a human. Even though you have a treasure that conceals your Do Qi and hides the demonic aura, if you run into a powerful demon from the monster realm, you'll have nowhere to hide. With all the animosity between the monster realm and the human realm, I'm certain you will be torn apart by the many strong ones here." The man, bound in chains, gave a strange smile, seemingly seeing through Xiao Yan's secrets. "Oh, you've got some tricks, but just this much won't be enough." Xiao Yin shook his head, sitting casually at one of the tables, not caring about the man's situation. "Damn it. Looks like this guy won't cry until he sees the coffin. It's time for some real action." The man cursed inwardly, then coughed a few times, trying to raise his voice. "You came to the monster realm, probably with some ulterior motives, right?" The man changed his tone, now speaking more seriously. "Get to the point, don't waste my time," Xiao Yin replied lazily, his patience wearing thin. If the man kept going on like this, Xiao Yin would leave immediately. "Do you know the ruler of the monster realm, the demon emperor?" the man asked in a solemn tone. "I came here for him." "Tell me what you know," Xiao Yin said, sitting up straight and looking at the man intently. Long ago, the monster realm was divided into factions, with countless powers struggling against each other. The center of the realm, with its transcendent status, watched idly as the realm was torn apart, plagued by internal strife and external invasions from the human realm. It was a time of great suffering. When the monster realm was in such dire straits, a young mysterious figure rose up like a thunderstorm, quickly resolving the internal conflicts. It's said that through absolute strength, he forced all the domains in the realm to submit to him. This was before the first great war between heaven and earth, and the name of the demon emperor was known throughout the great thousand worlds. After uniting the monster realm, the demon emperor caught the attention of the realm's central powers. In order to uncover his true identity, they sent 3 reincarnation powerhouses to test him. None of them returned. These 3 reincarnation powerhouses were all at the peak of the threefold reincarnation stage, yet they perished at the demon emperor's hands. It's said that at that time, the demon emperor had just entered the reincarnation stage, without even completing the first realm, yet he was able to annihilate 3 reincarnation powerhouses. Do you know why? The man's words shook Xiao Yan's understanding, and he listened attentively. Is the demon emperor really that powerful? Xiao Yin was stunned. The idea of the reincarnation stage, even with just a single realm difference, carried unimaginable power. For the demon emperor to wipe out 3 reincarnation powerhouses by himself, and even with one who had entered the threefold reincarnation stage, this was truly unimaginable. The demon emperor's name is Tian Hin. No one knows his true form, nor where he came from. He was born with extraordinary talent, and his power is supreme. Not long after uniting the monster realm, he entered the most mysterious place in the realm, the Demon Fate Celestial Cave. When he emerged, he was holding a blood-red spear. This blood-red spear is called the Sky-Shattering Demon Spear, and it is the third-ranked divine artifact among the 10 supreme dominance artifacts of the monster realm. It was with the power of this divine artifact that he was able to wipe out the 3 reincarnation powerhouses. After that, the central powers of the monster realm had no choice but to let him grow unchecked. From then on, the Demon Emperor led his forces out of the monster realm to attack the other 6 realms. At that time, the Ghost, Demon, and Buddha realms were steadily losing ground to the Demon Emperor, but for some unknown reason, just as victory was in his grasp, the Demon Emperor suddenly withdrew his forces. And as soon as the Demon Emperor withdrew, the extraterritorial evil clan attacked, and the first great war between heaven and earth began. After the first great battle between heaven and earth, our great 1,000 worlds paid an extremely painful price to drive out the extraterritorial evil clan. The 7 realms then set mutual rules to avoid interference, allowing each realm to recover its vitality. As a result, the great 1,000 worlds gradually returned to peace. The bound man spoke these words with great enthusiasm, each word flowing from his lips as if he had witnessed it firsthand, full of vivid detail. The Demon Emperor truly was a genius of his generation, but why was he later sealed and suppressed? Since the Demon Emperor was the strongest before the first great battle between heaven and earth, and his strength must now exceed the triple reincarnation stage, how could he be sealed by the master of ferocious souls from the Ghost realm and the combined powers of the Demon and Buddha realms? Xiao questioned in confusion. Heh, this story has another side to it. During the first great battle, with the power of the Demon Emperor and the protection from the center of the monster realm suffered very little loss. After thousands of years of recovery, the Demon Emperor's power reached a new level of stagnation. To break through this limit, and driven by his resentment toward the human realm, he decided to seal his own power and enter the human realm to understand its 7 emotions and 6 desires, as well as to learn about their unique views on Do skill cultivation. It was during this time that the Demon Emperor met a woman he would never forget. This woman was from the Holy See, and she entered the same sect on the Doyun continent with the Demon Emperor, both hiding their identities. A deep love blossomed between them, but fate played its hand. The woman's mission was to destroy the sect that defied the Holy See's orders. Meanwhile, the Demon Emperor, deeply moved by the kindness shown to him by the people of this sect, decided to protect it. The two fought fiercely. Although they were in love, the woman believed that by annihilating the sect, the Holy See would lift the soul-binding curse on her, allowing her to be with the Demon Emperor forever. Unfortunately, this was all seen by the 3 realms' powerhouses. After the battle ended, when the Demon Emperor returned to the monster realm severely wounded, the powerhouses of the 3 realms, each wielding their respective divine artifacts, stormed the Demon Emperor's palace to seek revenge. They eventually discovered that the Demon Emperor possessed an immortal body, which is why they could only seal and suppress him for thousands of years. On the other hand, the woman from the Holy See fully reported her actions in destroying the sect to the higher-ups of the Holy See, only to receive a purge order. It was then that she realized she had been nothing more than a pawn, used to eliminate obstacles. This woman, highly positioned within the Holy See, spread rumors that the Demon Emperor had fallen when news of his sealing reached the monster realm, so as to prevent anyone from stirring up trouble in the demon realm. Filled with conflicting emotions, this woman ultimately walked the path of evil, joining the extraterritorial evil clan and transforming into the light demon, as described by humans in the Great 1,000 Worlds. This is the story behind the Demon Emperor's Heaven Scar and the Light Demon. The Sky-Shattering Demon Spear, ranked 3rd in the monster realm, also disappeared after the Demon Emperor was sealed. This supreme artifact, however, was so powerful that only the Demon Emperor himself could wield it. Truly a pity, a great pity, the bound man said, shaking his head in sorrow. His voice was filled with clear regret, but his eyes were constantly shifting, as though he were scheming something else. This guy, Xiao, after hearing the man's words, began to harbor some doubts. Based on his soul perception and intuition, Xiao could tell that this man's soul energy remained calm, making it unlikely that he was lying. However, considering that even the Black Fiend Dragon Wolf might not know such detailed matters about the monster realm, how could this mere 5-star Do Xian be so well informed? If there aren't some hidden secrets, I definitely won't believe this, Xiao thought to himself. Heh, don't look at me like that. The reason I know all this is because when I entered the monster realm, I accidentally found a fragment of the demon book. Everything I've shared comes from that fragment, the man continued, noticing Xiao Yan's cautious gaze. Demon book? Xiao Yan asked in surprise. Yes, the demon book. It is said to record the rare treasures of the monster realm, and it even contains methods for finding the demon fate celestial cave, detailed accounts of the 10 supreme dominance artifacts, and other treasures. Unfortunately, the fragment I have only records a small portion, the man explained eagerly. Give me that fragment, and I will protect you as you leave the monster realm, Xiao Yan offered after some thought. You brat, do you really think I'm just trying to scare you? I'll be honest with you. I have a fragment of the demon book, and it can help me find the full demon book, but there's no way I'm handing it over to you, the bound man retorted coldly. Sizzle. With the man's defiant words, Xiao Yan released a surge of invisible soul energy. Just remember what you said. With a gritted teeth, the bound man's body shook slightly, and a green page of a book slowly fell off. The green page was roughly the size of several palms, but the green text on it was extraordinarily powerful. These words gave Xiao Yan an immense pressure. Even now, Xiao Yan could not withstand this level of powerful fluctuations. Now, can you let me down? The bound man smiled, but his face remained calm, showing no pain from the loss of the demon book fragment. Whoosh whoosh. Xiao Yan didn't have time to examine the demon book fragment and quickly stowed it away. Flames surged from his palm as he suddenly slashed at the iron chain next to the man. Clang, clang. The iron chain was easily cut by Xiao Yan, but strange demonic energy began to spread from the broken chain. If it weren't for Xiao Yan's powerful flames, he might have been overpowered by this energy. Ha ha ha, kid, we'll meet again. Just as the chain broke, the bound man sneered and transformed into a streak of light, shooting out. The speed and agility were so strange that it was the first time Xiao Yan had ever seen anything like it. Stop right there. Xiao Yan was momentarily stunned by this sudden scene, but despite his 7-star Do Xian strength, he was unable to catch up with the 5-star Do Xian man. Poof! With a sound, the bound man had completely escaped with an eerie force, leaving only Xiao Yan behind. This guy. Xiao Yan shook his head helplessly. After sweeping the room to confirm there was nothing else, he verified the existence of the demon book fragment before slowly leaving. As for the turtle-shaped demonic beast outside, Xiao Yan had no intention of killing it. He easily crossed the water cliff and headed toward the gathering point of Butterfly Chi and the others. However, regarding the mysterious man and the demon book fragment, Xiao Yan felt as if he had been intentionally set up, as if he had been schemed against. Why hasn't Xiao Yan returned yet? Could something have happened on the way? I heard there are other powerful demonic beasts residing in the water cliff. Could it be that? At this moment, the caravan and supplies were temporarily stored on a nearby hill. The caravan leader, He, looked toward the towering water cliff in the distance and asked in confusion. It should be fine. Let's wait a bit longer. Butterfly Chi slowly shook her head. After Xiao Yan's recent strike to eliminate the third elder, Xun'er, his strength had been so overwhelming that it seemed unlikely any other creature would delay him. Sorry to keep you waiting. I got lost in the water cliff. Did you take care of things? Xiao Yan's figure appeared suddenly like a ghost. He scanned the people around him, still in their restrained state. Everything's taken care of. Once again, thank you, Brother Xiao Yan. If you don't mind, please come visit us in Butterfly Valley. The experts there would be very happy to meet a young talent like Brother Xiao Yan. He smiled faintly. I truly appreciate the offer. I hope I won't be a burden. Xiao Yan smiled lightly at He words and accepted the invitation without rejecting it. In that case, let's go. We should be able to reach Butterfly Valley today. Butterfly Chi looked at Xiao Yan with a smile of satisfaction. By the way, here is the demon core of the third elder, Xun'er. Since you killed him, this should naturally belong to you. A moment later, a green pill appeared from Butterfly Chi's delicate hand and was tossed toward Xiao. This? Xiao hesitated for a moment, unsure whether to accept the demon core, mainly because he wasn't sure what use it would have for him. Ordinary demonic beasts could use their enemies' demon cores to replenish their own power and restore their origins, but Xiao, being human, just accept it. You earned it. Seeing Xiao hesitation, the other members of the caravan also urged him. Then I'll accept it graciously. Xiao shook his head and could only accept it. Buzz buzz. As soon as the demon core entered his hand, something deeply hidden within Xiao's body erupted with a dazzling aura of greed. Before Xiao could safely store the demon core, it was swallowed up by the demonic cube with lightning speed, as if a demon was devouring its prey. Xiao's heart sank as a multitude of ominous thoughts rushed through his mind. The demon core had barely warmed in his hand before it was completely devoured by the demonic cube. Meanwhile, the inside of the demonic cube was once again filled, now occupying 60% of its space. Are you all right? When the demonic cube erupted inside Xiao's body, a terrifying energy pressure spread out from him, causing a rare shock to stir within the hearts of his companions. After a moment, Butterfly Chi asked with concern, I'm fine. Let's go. Butterfly Valley is a beautiful and serene special area located in the center of a basin surrounded by dozens of mountain ranges. The buildings around it are crafted from wood, with 2 levels. The lower level is built with earth and rocks, resembling human-style houses, while the upper level is nestled among the trees, almost like an elvish dwelling. This is the residence of the powerful figures of Butterfly Valley, as well as its headquarters, while below, some common demonic beasts reside. At this moment, on the second level, inside a lush treehouse, the ground is covered in greenery, with strange buildings shaped like butterflies. The rich classical fragrance makes it seem like a fairyland. How are Butterfly Chi and the others progressing? Inside Butterfly House, 2 human women stood gracefully. Their every gesture and word was elegant, but behind them, an illusory figure danced like a butterfly, creating an eerie sight. Moreover, butterflies of various colors rested in their hair, adding to the strange allure. Reporting to the Valley Master, according to usual practice, they should be arriving today. However, now the Demon Xian sect has recruited many of the demonic beasts from the first layer of Butterfly Valley. I'm worried. The woman hesitated. After all, the Demon Xian sect came from the nation of 10,000 demons, and its power and ambition far surpassed that of Butterfly Valley. Send someone to meet Butterfly Chi and the others. In a few days, the ancestor will personally handle negotiations with the Demon Xian sect. And it's about time we set off for the nation of 10,000 demons. As soon as she finished speaking, the area fell silent again. Several hours later, Xiao and his caravan slowly arrived at Butterfly Valley. Such a beautiful Butterfly Valley. Xiao stood at the entrance of Butterfly Valley, admiring the lifelike butterfly wood carvings and the marvelous architecture. He couldn't help but express his admiration. The architecture of the monster realm, though similar to the human realm, carries an aura of spirituality and refinement that is absent in the human world. Let's go. After a pause, the caravan, led by Hele, headed toward the first layer of the Butterfly Valley warehouse, and Xiao, naturally, followed Butterfly Chi toward the valley's headquarters. The first layer of Butterfly Valley resembled a human city, bustling with markets, auction halls, mercenary guilds, and more. It was lively, with many people coming and going. Miss Butterfly Chi is back? Did the journey go smoothly? Xiao, like a tourist, followed Butterfly Chi through the crowded market, receiving warm greetings from many passing demonic beasts. Butterfly Chi responded kindly to each one, which made Xiao admire her even more. Although Butterfly Chi's combat ability was weak, she certainly had her own charm. It seems you're quite popular in Butterfly Valley. After they reached a quiet path where fewer people were around, Xiao joked. Not really, it's just the result of showing respect. By the way, it seems you have something unusual on you. Butterfly Chi lightly nodded. Xiao had an aura of pressure around him that no ordinary demonic beast could possess. As they were alone, curiosity got the better of her, and she asked. Yes. Xiao Yin replied. Butterfly Qi, skilled in handling people, treated others with sincerity. For some reason, she later became a ruler in the monster realm. Let's go. The Valley Master should be happy to see you. After another word, the two of them followed a wooden vine, slowly making their way toward the wooden houses where the core members of Butterfly Valley resided. Miss, you're back? Did everything go smoothly on the way? As soon as they entered the second layer of Butterfly Valley, several sharp-eyed guards surrounded them with smiles. Yes, it went fairly well. We encountered some danger on the way, but luckily this guy helped. Is the Valley Master here? I need to take him to meet the Valley Master. Butterfly Qi said softly. The Valley Master has been waiting in the hall. It seems there's something important to discuss with you. Please follow me, Mississippi. One of the guards made a gesture inviting them forward. Captain, it's bad. The Demon Xian sect has sent strong experts to cause trouble, and they've already injured dozens of our fellow disciples. What should we do now? Just as Butterfly Qi and Xiao Yin were about to move, a sharp wind-like sound came from behind. What's going on? Xiao Yin asked in confusion. There's some of the arrogant elites from our forces. They fight all the time, trying to prove who's stronger. So? Butterfly Qi shook her head. Captain, the one who came this time is the second elder of the Demon Xian sect, and they're very aggressive. It doesn't seem like just a friendly spar. They're at the training ground. You should go check it out. The guard said urgently. All right, I'll go now. Let's go. As soon as the words left his mouth, the two of them immediately turned and headed in the opposite direction from the Valley Master's residence. Butterfly Qi looked at Xiao Yin, who was standing still, and spoke softly. Let's go. Let's see what happens. This old guy is probably here for the matter of Xian Yi, Xiao Yin said with a smile. But the matter of Xian Yi is supposed to be tightly sealed and not leaked out? Butterfly Qi seemed confused and asked in doubt. Heh, let's go, Xiao Yin replied without elaborating, following the captain of the guards toward the training ground. Butterfly Qi, perhaps inexperienced, didn't understand that in Xiao Yan's belief, the Demon Xian sect would not let go of such a perfect excuse. Not far away, in an open area on the edge of Butterfly Valley, several burly men stood guard. However, in the center of the field, there were already dozens of figures with weak auras, while only 3 stood on the other side. The leader of the 3, dressed in white, stood gracefully, his elderly face showing a strength that was starkly different from the figures around him. Behind him were 2 young men, their violent demonic energy glaring like the scorching sun. Butterfly Lawn, if the younger generation of your Butterfly Valley only has this much strength, I fear it will be difficult for you to keep control of this land. In my opinion, you might as well hand over this territory to us. That way, in the future, the demonic beasts will remember how righteous Butterfly Valley was in such a decision. What do you think? The elderly man in white spoke slowly, his tone filled with mockery. You bastard! As soon as the words were out, a middle-aged woman in the field quickly helped the injured people aside, her anger evident. Elder 4, please don't. The younger generation sparring is always reasonable and within bounds. If you strike now, it could lead to enmity between the 2 factions. An attendant quickly urged as the woman's cold demonic energy spread. Is there really no one left in Butterfly Valley to stand up to this? Butterfly Valley is nothing special after all. The 2 young men beside the white-clad elder spoke arrogantly, their expressions full of disdain, as if they feared nothing. Let me try. A gentle laugh suddenly echoed from the distance. Oh! The moment they heard the sound, both the white-clad elder from the Demon Xian sect and Butterfly Lawn looked toward its source. The sound itself contained a terrifying force that made them pause and take notice. Oh! The second elder of the Demon Xian sect followed the sound and saw a thin, black-clad figure. He exclaimed in surprise, Butterfly Qi? You've returned? And this? Seeing Butterfly Qi quietly following Xiao Yin, Butterfly Lawn immediately dashed over, greeting her warmly before turning to look at Xiao Yin and asking, Ahem. As Xiao Yan's voice trailed off, Butterfly Lawn rushed to Butterfly Qi's side, giving her a big hug, her fragrance filling the air, especially as their figures, each beautiful in their own right, made Xiao involuntarily cough a few times. Are all the female demonic beasts in the monster realm this enthusiastic? The soft, delicate skin and supple curves, it was simply indescribable. Butterfly Lawn, stop it, there's someone here. Butterfly Chi quickly blushed and pushed Butterfly Lawn away, shyly saying. She was helpless in the face of Butterfly Land's enthusiastic nature. By the way, this is Xiao. It was thanks to his protection that we managed to arrive safely. Butterfly Chi hastily introduced after a moment. What are you? Do you really think you can fight me? The two young men beside the white-clad elder looked at Xiao two beautiful companions with envy and anger, and immediately shouted in rage. Monsters of the Demon Xian sect, always doing despicable things. Xiao walked toward the training ground, his tone indifferent, even arrogant. Since these two don't know the difference between heaven and earth, then I'll be even more arrogant than them. Kid, don't be too arrogant. The white-clad elder snorted coldly, trying to suppress Xiao overwhelming arrogance. Is there really no one left in Butterfly Valley? You're sending out such a weakling to die. Ha ha ha. After sensing Xiao strength, 5-star Do Xian, and seeing the brilliant smile on his face, the two young men couldn't help but sneer derisively. Kid, are you confident? Without further words, Butterfly Lawn asked Xiao. Let's give it a try. Xiao found it somewhat amusing. Could it be that all the people from the Demon Xian sect were idiots? Two young talents at the peak of 6-star Do Xian, plus an elder close to the mid-level of 7-star Do Xian. Such a lineup would be considered top-tier even on the Do Di continent. This gap left Xiao helpless. But little did he know that the nation of 10,000 demons was one of the few fertile lands ruled by the black fiend dragon wolf, comparable to the ferocious soul domain. Kid, be wise and kneel down, call me grandfather, and I might spare your life. Otherwise, don't blame me for what happens next. After a moment, one of the two men stepped forward and sneered. Enough with the nonsense. You two, come at me together, or don't blame me for not giving you a chance. Listening to the man's mocking words, Xiao responded in an even more arrogant and scornful tone. You little beast, you don't know your place. Come at me together and kill him. Seeing Xiao humiliate them like this, the two men hesitated for no longer. The dazzling green demonic aura from their bodies spread, and the power of perfected 6-star Do Xian was unleashed. Earth attribute demonic beasts and thunder attribute demonic beasts? Xiao observed the brutal aura coming from them and shook his head weakly. Boom! The two men's bodies trembled. Behind one appeared a grimacing stone giant, while the other was surrounded by dark and terrifying lightning, exuding a tremendous momentum as they struck. Will he be all right? Observing the sudden confrontation, many strong cultivators from Butterfly Valley couldn't help but speak up, especially those who had just been defeated by the two men. Their faces were particularly grim. These two were perfected 6-star Do Xian and had an extraordinary grasp of combat timing. Do you really think this guy is your friend? How much of a chance does he have to win? His strength seems to be only at 5-star Do Xian. Strange, how can a 5-star Do Xian be so strong? Butterfly Lawn looked at Xiao who stood still, her brows furrowed. I believe in him. Butterfly Chi smiled faintly, her beautiful eyes fixed on the battle unfolding. Too slow. Whoosh! A heavy roar, like the sound of a mountain collapsing, burst from Xiao body. His hands shot out simultaneously, without any amplification of power. In one move, he broke through their defenses, grabbed their arms, and with a sudden force, the most comical scene unfolded. Ah! The screams echoed as the two figures were thrown away by Xiao as if discarded waste, their bodies tumbling through the air. Gulp. At that moment, the entire training ground fell silent. Some demonic beasts even rubbed their eyes in disbelief, unable to believe what they had just seen. The two strong cultivators from the mysterious demon sect were indeed thrown out by Xiao, their bodies covered in wounds, their breaths weak. This guy is too monstrous, right? At that moment, both Butterfly Lawn and the other cultivators were left in shock. unable to regain their composure. You're seeking death. Seeing Xiao Yin humiliate the two like this, the old man in white could no longer suppress his fury. His hand shot up, and a blast of fiery, scorching demonic aura surged toward Xiao Yin. The ferocious energy contained within it could only be matched by a 7-star Do Xian. Not good. Damn it, Xianyao. Watching the second elder Xianyao move his body and unleash a killing aura towards Xiao Yin, Butterfly Land's body erupted in a swirl of colorful butterflies. Her speed increased dramatically as she rushed towards Xiao Yin, but she was still too slow. Mid 7-star Do Xian, huh? Let me try. Xiao Yin remained calm, his pupils deepening. He activated Dragon God transformation and clenched his fist, launching a powerful punch toward his opponent. Boom! In an instant, two fists collided, and the entire training ground shook uncontrollably, the energy ripples from their clash wreaking havoc. Xiao Yin, brother. This is bad. At that moment, many onlookers couldn't help but shout in fear. Xiao Yin. Seeing Xiao Yin not dodge and instead collide head-on with Xianyao, Butterfly Lan gritted her teeth, fearing for Xiao Yin's safety. Whoosh whoosh. You're a 7-star Do Xian? After the clash, Xianyao was sent retreating several dozen steps, a streak of blood dripping from the corner of his mouth. Clearly, in that exchange, he had been at a disadvantage. Until next time. With a cold snort, Xianyao wiped the blood from his lips, grabbed the two half-dead men, and tried to leave. Trying to escape? Stay here. Seeing Xianyao trying to flee, Butterfly Lan didn't hesitate. Her aura surged once more, surrounding him with immense pressure. Since you're here, then stay. Xiao Yin sneered coldly. A fiery, crimson blaze erupted from his body, and the entire training ground was transformed into a sea of fire. You little brat, this time you've brought back an impressive one. At that moment, seeing Xiao Yan's gentle smile, a deep respect naturally rose in the hearts of the powerful figures from Butterfly Valley. In the monster realm, regardless of origin, strength is revered. And Xiao Yin, with his own strength, had effortlessly defeated two perfected 6-star Do Xian and a mid 7-star Do Xian, Elder Xianyi of the Demon Xian sect, without giving them a chance to fight back. A sense of indescribable satisfaction filled the hearts of all present. You little beast, don't push your luck. Surrounded by intense flames and several fire dragons glaring at him, Xianyao's eyes were filled with fury, but he was helpless. He had originally come with a purpose, to intimidate the younger generation of Butterfly Valley using two perfected 6-star Do Xian disciples. Then, he planned to shift the blame for the death of Elder Xianyi to Butterfly Valley, inciting a battle between the two forces. Under the cover of night, he intended to set an ambush and annihilate them. However, the unexpected obstacle that appeared midway had ruined all his plans, even costing him his own life. This was something Xianyao had never anticipated. Well done, little one. Leave the rest to me. Seeing this, Butterfly Lan threw Xiao Yin a charming glance. Then, with a burst of mystical butterfly power, she launched her attack on Xianyao. Both Butterfly Lan and Xianyao were mid 7-star Do Xian. With Xiao Yan's help, defeating him was merely a matter of time. Thank you. Watching Xiao Yin step aside, Butterfly Chi quickly ran over and spoke. How strong is the most powerful figure in the Demon Xian sect? Xiao Yin asked. It's their sect master, Xian Yuan. He's said to be a perfected 7-star Do Xian. He used to serve in the nation of 10,000 demons, but was expelled for committing some illegal acts. Butterfly Chi answered, still unsure of why Xiao Yin was asking. Could there be an 8-star Do Xian guarding them? Xiao Yin wondered. After all, now that his power had reached 7-star Do Xian, his swallowing flame technique no longer worked. His current strength was merely that of an early-stage 7-star Do Xian. With various techniques, he was invincible against anyone below 8-star, but encountering an 8-star Do Xian would be troublesome. In our monster realm, anyone who reaches the 8-star Do Xian level must be under the supervision of powerful figures from the Demon Kingdom. Therefore, there shouldn't be any 8-star Do Xian lurking around the outer regions of the Demon Kingdom. Butterfly Chi replied confidently. That's settled then. Let's go. Tonight, we'll have a victory feast. Capturing their second elder gives us leverage. The rest of the work will be much easier. Butterfly Lawn smiled. The Demon Xian sect and Butterfly Valley were evenly matched. With Xiao Yan's help and their own sect's second elder, the situation had become much simpler. Brother Xiao Yan, the ancestor calls for you. At that moment, a graceful voice rang out, echoing through the air. Valley Master? The group was surprised. The Valley Master was a late-stage 7-star Do Xian, mysterious and elusive, able to appear and disappear without a trace. Only a few people could attract such attention. I'll take you. At this moment, Butterfly Chi's expression became serious. With the Valley Master intervening, things were bound to become complicated. After all, the ancestor was preparing to deal with the Demon Xian sect, and no one else was allowed to meet him. Summoning Xiao Yan now clearly indicated something important. Soon, Butterfly Chi led Xiao Yan to an open space before a butterfly-shaped stone tablet in Butterfly Valley. She then hurriedly left, leaving Xiao Yan alone. This place, it feels so strange. Xiao Yan scanned the area. The open space was filled with blooming flowers, and hundreds of butterflies of various colors fluttered around the flower petals. Yet, the so-called ancestor of Butterfly Valley was nowhere to be seen. Such a young age, yet you've already reached the early stage of 7-star Do Xian. You defeated 2 of Demon Xian sect's second elders with ease, and a single blow killed their third elder, Xian Yi. You're no simple child. As Xiao Yan was wondering, hundreds of butterflies fell from the flower petals and flew towards him. In the next moment, an elderly figure surrounded by butterflies, holding a mysterious butterfly-shaped staff, appeared before Xiao Yan. Buzz buzz. At that moment, Xiao Yan felt his soul power tremble violently, and an instinctive defense spread out, as if the elderly figure was exerting immense pressure on him. Junior Xiao Yan greets the elder. Xiao Yan respectfully cupped his fists. You're not human. The elder slowly spoke, his voice carrying a deep meaning, making it hard to discern. By right, I should bring you to justice, but since you've helped our Butterfly Valley with many matters, I'll let this one go. The elder truly has sharp eyes, Xiao Yan replied. I come from the human realm, seeking only one person. But after entering the monster realm, I was pursued by a space-time rift and fell unconscious. Now that Miss Butterfly Chi has been safely returned to the valley, I should take my leave, Xiao Yan said, cupping his hands, and then with a slight shift of his feet, he gracefully turned and began to walk away. This guy is indeed a promising talent. If he could represent our family and join the army in the nation of 10,000 demons, I fear. Little brat, wait a moment. After some thought, a light butterfly blocked Xiao Yan's path. The ancestor of Butterfly Valley, surrounded by a swarm of butterflies, reappeared before Xiao Yan in a mysterious manner. Senior, what is this about? Xiao Yan asked, furrowing his brow. If this person was just relying on his age, Xiao Yan, even at the cost of serious injury, could make a scene that would shake the place to its core. You have already made an enemy of the Demon Xian sect, and with your unclear identity, if you are exploited by someone from the Demon Xian sect, your situation could be perilous, the ancestor of Butterfly Valley said with a smile. Senior, what exactly do you mean? Please speak clearly, Xiao Yan said, sensing something from the ancestor's words. It's simple. I want you to erase the Demon Xian sect completely, the ancestor of Butterfly Valley said with a slow smile, as if he had already made up his mind about Xiao Yan. Impossible, Xiao Yan immediately shook his head. With no room for negotiation, there was no need to provoke a power with a perfected 7-star Do Xian powerhouse overseeing it. What if I can conceal all your human aura, so that even the great demons of the monster realm cannot detect you? The ancestor of Butterfly Valley continued, still smiling. The offer is tempting, but no, Xiao Yan replied coldly, although he was intrigued and continued to engage in conversation. I can recommend you to the king of the nation of 10,000 demons, giving you the qualification to enter the ancient battlefield. The ancient battlefield contains almost all the heavenly materials and earth treasures of the monster realm, something you can't afford to miss. Deal. After a moment's pause, the two of them negotiated and quickly reached an agreement. Years ago, The ancestor of Butterfly Valley had served in the nation of 10,000 demons. Though now retired, he still held considerable influence. Xiao wanted him to recommend him to avoid many complications. Of course, there were two crucial reasons behind his decision. Although the king of the nation of 10,000 demons was under the rule of the Black Fiend Dragon Wolf, who had now disappeared, his main forces were stationed at the ancient battlefield, maintaining the final great battle. Furthermore, the fragments of the demon book, which recorded many secrets of the monster realm, indicated that the demon book itself was hidden within the ancient battlefield. Within the ancient battlefield, there were items that would definitely catch Xiaoyan's interest. These weren't just sacred flames, but perhaps even the supreme dominance artifacts of the monster realm.